Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sitting on the floor and I have a white wall behind me. This is the wall whenever I have to do like an interview, I always like sit in front of this wall, and yeah, because it makes it look much more professional. But anyway, that's where I am, and I did a nice like oil treatment to my hair. Do I need to do oil deep conditioning? No. I don't have dyed hair right now. This is my natural color, but I still like to do oil treatment anyway because it's just plain fun. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about self-love. Yes, I have my hot water and limes. I just ate dinner, and I actually had protein. Like, I had black beans, and it's a lot of protein. I haven't really been having protein with my meals. I know that's like so bad, but it's mostly because like I haven't gone food shopping. So I just ate most of like the stuff in the, like, you know, I ate the tofu and whatever in the refrigerator, and then I've just been eating like brown rice and cabbage and corn and cabbage and vegetables and cabbage and then I like kind of forgot that, you know, you gotta eat protein. I don't really like protein. I don't like the way protein sources taste. I'm gonna be like honest. I never liked protein. That's why I went vegetarian in the first place. But now I just ate like black beans and cabbage, and I feel like significantly full. It's another reason why I don't really like eating protein sources, because it makes me feel super full. Anyway, moving on. So today we're going to talk about self-love. As I just put myself down and like now I feel super full and heavy. Nope, that's not the topic for today. The topic is self-love. And I wanted to kind of discuss self-love. So like, as a therapist, you know, we try to support our clients in any decision. That's what a good therapist does. You don't judge, okay? Like, you support. If your client is trying to quit smoking, and this has happened to me on several occasions, client trying to quit smoking does like a significant good job for like 3 weeks. And then like you have the session with them, and then they're just like, yeah, I feel so much better. Like, everything's been going good. I haven't had a cigarette in 3 weeks, right? And then, great, you know, and then you clock out and you go outside, and who do you see having that cigarette? The client! And it's very frustrating, but I think it's more frustrating if it's like a parent, or if it's like a friend or a significant other. Like, when it's a client, these things always happen. So you just gotta let it go. And you gotta support them, and that's the big thing. Is, as a therapist, you gotta support even when they do things that you don't want to do, like you don't want them to do. You've been working really hard to try to like stop them from doing things. You know, when they go ahead and do it, because that's what happens, you gotta support them. You know, you can't judge, you can't say anything. In that instance, I was off the clock, so I wasn't gonna say anything anyway. I'm not a therapist anymore. Like, well, once I'm off the clock and I'm not getting paid, then I'm not a therapist anymore. I'm a girlfriend. I'm a friend. I don't know, the girl next door, you know, but I'm not a therapist. So, but that happens like all the time, okay? So, but the thing with self-love that tends to happen, like, it's easier said than done to say love your client, right? But when it comes to self-love for yourself, like, I think this is so difficult, and I don't really think that our society is helping. And that's what I'm going to dive into. So let's backtrack a little bit and just talk about society in general. Like, what shows your wealth? You know, what shows that you're successful in life? Well, a lot of times, you know, social media, Facebook, like, you know, people brag all the time about how wonderful their lives are. And we all know, we all can see through it, you know, we don't admit it, but we all can see through it. But like in my personal life, I will be successful, you know, when I have a great, you know, management job, you know, or like, and I say management job because I want people to look up to me, you know, on this channel, you know, if there's a lot of followers and people look up to me and they look for my advice and they look for my videos, like, well, that's success to me. Like, that's very rewarding that what I'm putting out there is helping people. Then also too, if we think in a financial category, right? Because certification in finance, right? If we think finance-wise, like, I'm not going to talk about money in the bank because people shouldn't be seeing that. But like, what kind of car you drive, what kind of clothes you wear, what kind of house you live in, and having a house is a goal that I have for myself when I'm 25. I want to buy a house. Okay, clothes like don't really matter. No duh. This is like my father. This is from Target. My father bought for me for Christmas. And then this shirt is this shirt is from the men's department. It's not, you know, all girls like wearing men's clothes, not just the big girls. Okay, I'm a little girl. And I still shop in the men's department for certain things. It's cheaper and the clothes are 10 times better. But anyway, so like clothes doesn't bring me wealth, but like shoes do. Having a house by the time I'm 25 does. Having I would say a nice / reliable car. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a sports car, but you know, something nice, you know, something that's reliable, something that's clean. I think all that stuff, obviously school, certifications, like, you know, being active in the music therapy community, these are all things that make me feel successful. But certain things are not really achievable. So for example, like exercise. I exercise a lot and I eat really healthy, but you know, I'm not a model, okay? Well, I'm pretty darn close. But seriously, like, I'm not a model. I'm never gonna be a model. I'm 4'9". I don't even think I can be a model if I really wanted to. So, like, it's great to be in shape, and it's great for me to go to the gym, and it's good for me to run on the treadmill and be active, but I don't really need, like, a killer body for, like, you know, a shoot. I don't need to get a spray tan for, you know, a magazine. When it comes to a house, like 25, yes, I personally think that 25 is a goal. Like, you should have a house and you should be settled in your life when you're 25. But think about reality. What 25-year-old can afford their own house? Now, yes, there are plenty of people in my personal life out there that like are younger than 25 buying their own house, or are 25 buying their own house, but most of these people have families supporting them. Most of these people have a significant other. Most of these people have money from other places, and I don't. So is that really an achievable goal for me to buy like a $500,000 house on like my part-time salary? No, it's not necessarily achievable. Also, going to school without taking out loans, that's also not achievable, especially when it's somebody like me and I don't have money coming in. You know, I don't have somebody supporting me or paying the bills. I gotta pay them all myself. So some things aren't necessarily achievable. Even though they show success, they're not necessarily achievable. And it's good. It's good to kind of accept it. Like, oh, I'm feeling lazy today. I don't want to go to the gym. Well, it's okay because it's not my job. Oh, like, I don't have a great car. Well, it's okay because, like, sports cars aren't my thing. I have to take out loans for school. I can't get a master's right away. I have to work. Okay, fine. That's all good and fine, right? It's all good and fine. But I think society definitely puts standards on us that aren't necessarily achievable. Like, why can't you buy a house? Like, when you're 25, Megan, you should have a house, you know? Oh, you should get your master's right after you graduate because you're already in the school mind. You know, like, what have you been doing? Working? Well, that's not success, you know? Or, oh, what have you been doing? Going to school? Not working? Well, that's not success. So I think that school definitely, no, that's my next topic. But no, life definitely, society definitely puts standards on us that can't be achieved, even if you wanted them to. And in terms of school, like, I'm gonna be straight up, like, when, you know, medical schools, they only want people with perfect GPAs. And it's just like, you don't need to have a 4.0 GPA to be a good doctor. And I say that and I advocate for that, but sometimes I do fall into that category. Like, I'll be honest, like, you know, I do get really good grades, and it's very easy for me to get good grades, but I'm not a great test taker. And then there's people that are different. They don't really get good grades in the semester, but then they score, you know, wonderfully on the music therapy board certification or on the MCAT, or, you know, some people do projects. Like in my graduate program, you know, we have to do a capstone project, and some people do really, really well on group projects, capstone projects, presenting the information in front of people, and then there's like all that stuff in between. Like, you know, you could be like me, 60% good at tests, you know, bare minimum good at tests, I should say, 80%, you know, good at classwork, and then like 70% good at group projects. You know, like, it's a little mix of everything. But people don't care. Like, when you're applying to these graduate programs, they want people to be perfect. You know, when you're applying to med school, they want you to be perfect. And I don't think it's okay. I don't think that's okay. And it's very difficult because as music therapists, we do have to be perfect. Like, you know, we have to get board certified. We have to get good jobs. We have to, like, be the best music therapist we possibly can be. We can't have an off day, or it can affect our clients. And that's not realistic. Like, you're gonna have off days. You're gonna have, believe me, you're gonna have days that you don't want to do it. Like, when I was a music therapist, like, full time, there were days when all I wanted to do, I just wanted to, like, be in an office staring at a computer screen drinking coffee, because, like, I wasn't in the mood to, like, believe it or not, I wasn't in the mood to, like, play piano. I wasn't in the mood to play guitar. I wasn't in the mood to have, like, instruments thrown at me. I just, like, I don't want to deal with it. You know, I didn't sleep, whatever the case may be. I didn't sleep well. I didn't eat breakfast. I got in a fight with, like, you know, my mom. Like, you know, and it's like, we're all going to have days like that. And we're all going to have days where it's just like, I'm sorry, but, like, I don't want to play guitar for you. I don't want to write a song for you. I need a break. And I think in our music therapy culture, that's not necessarily allowed, because if you take a break, you are harming the client. They're looking forward to, even if they throw instruments at you, they do deep down inside love you, you know. They are looking forward to this session, and you're expected to kind of push through the feelings. But that's not feasible, you know. So I think we get caught in between a rock and a hard place, and that's the point that I'm trying to get across. So in order to cope with this, I think a good idea is to just let it go. Like, you're not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna have perfect sessions. You're not gonna, a lot of people don't pass their board certification the first time. And I mean, I hope you all do, and like, that's my goal. That's why I want to provide resources for you guys. But it's, maybe you're having an off day, just like an audition. Like, you could audition for that dream internship and not get it because, like, I don't know, maybe you didn't sleep well, maybe you're having an off day. Like, there's so many factors that go into grades, and then there's also like pressure too of how you're gonna do. You can't be perfect all the time, and I think the best way to cope with it is to just let it go and just support yourself. So that being said, if you get hired for a job, right, and you're expected to take your board certification 3 months after you get hired, and this does happen frequently, right? So you're expected to take the board certification right after you get hired, and you're expected to pass it on the first try. Well, what if you're living in New Jersey and you get an internship in Michigan, or you get a job in Michigan, and okay, now you gotta find a house, maybe you have to find roommates, maybe you have to go on apartment tours, buy furniture, get all settled. Like, buying moving, it takes about a month, 2 months to settle in. And then now you're stuck with a month of you're getting used to the new job, and you're balancing studying and training for the new job. You're not gonna pass they're not gonna pass. How are you supposed to juggle all of that? It's ridiculous. Moving into a place close to your work is most essential. And that's what you're going to do, right? You find a place, get all settled. Then second essential thing is the job. Go to training, keep up to date with everything, make sure you're providing a good impression. And then last but certainly not least is studying for the board certification. You have to do it in that order. Okay, so if you don't pass on the first try, it's okay because you were balancing all that other stuff. But the thing is, if the job doesn't accept you, because you didn't pass on the first try, you have to support yourself. Well, I moved at the last minute because you called me, and then I had to find a place. You knew that my home address was in this state and that the job was in that state. So I moved, Then, I had to get used to, I had to go to training, right? I wasn't excused from training. I still had to go. And I did. And I showed up on time. I didn't complain. These are all things to bring up, right? I didn't complain about moving. I got there as soon as I could. I got settled in. I came to work on time. I'm a great asset to the company. I didn't pass the board certification, but I'm taking it again. I have a study plan. I have a tutor. You can tell them that I'm a tutor, And then, and then I'll pass it the next time. Just give me a chance. I'm only human. And it's good. I think it's really good to stick up for yourself in those types of situations, because it's ridiculous to make yourself stress over something because society is making you do it perfectly. When we're only human, we can only balance so much as it is. We can only be so perfect, So that's the takeaway, is support yourself just like you would your clients when they make a mistake. Understand that sometimes the situation isn't in your favor, and you shouldn't be penalized for that, As long as you tried your best, that's all that matters. And if society or a future job or class or school or work or whatever the case may be, parents maybe, if they can't accept it, well, that's their loss, because like you tried your best, you did what you needed to do, and that's all that matters. So you're perfect no matter what society thinks, and that's the takeaway here. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.